Hey everyone, it's been quite a while since I've done one of these real-time edits, so let's get started here. I have this blue-winged warbler that I photographed not too long ago, and I recently shared the photo, and it looked quite a bit different than this, so I'm going to go over what I did. So first things first, start with a crop. And I like some of this vegetation in this one. I think I'm going to get rid of this little bit up here on the top right. Don't need to see that leaf. But I do like this and some of these leaves over here I think look nice, and I'm actually going to just rotate it a little bit to kind of include the bottom of that leaf. And there somewhere, something like that I think works well. So next thing is I'm going to go ahead and lighten it. You can see I was a little touch underexposed. I'm going to push the shadows up, bring the blacks back down for contrast, and I'm just going to give it one little bit more lighten. That was too much. Something like that I think is a good starting point. Um, the yellows are a little bit too green, especially because they're getting underneath. They're getting reflected green from all these leaves here, and it's a little touch of green on the back there. But I'm going to take care of that in Photoshop. So I think this is a good starting point in Lightroom here, and from here I'm just going to go ahead and pop it into Photoshop. Okay, so we've got the image in Photoshop here. The first thing I'm going to do actually is to remove some stuff that I'm not happy with. So I don't really like this odd straight line in the background there. Everything else is kind of a nice soft green, and then there's just this hard brown line and then this branch going off there. So I'm actually just going to get rid of that. So with the clone tool on its own blank layer there, I'm just going to start softly cloning that stuff out. This really bright spot right there, I'll just soften that up. And it's just kind of a blurred background there, so I'm not really too concerned with detail or making it kind of match up. It's just like a bunch of random kind of blurred shapes back there. So if I just kind of remove the semblance of that branch, I should be good to go. And we'll clean this one up now. So I'm using my Wacom tablet right now, using the pen with pressure sensitivity, and just kind of cloning all this out softly back there. And again, since I'm not real too concerned about all this, I'm just going to actually go right over top of that one little piece of leaf there and get rid of it, because who cares? And what I want to make sure I don't do is create any weird patterns or lines or anything like that. So I usually end up kind of going over the same areas multiple times. And some variation I think is just fine here, you know. And in fact, I might bring some of that branch back since I think that's part of the branch that it's perched on here. But I'll go back and get that in just a second after I remove the bottom half of this. So this is where it's always tough, where you have a blend of a lighter area and a darker tonal value. So getting those to blend together nicely can sometimes be a bit of a chore, but again, this using the tablet really helps out with that tremendously. And as you've probably noticed, I am going over top of some of the stuff I probably want to keep here. And I'm just not going to worry about that right now because I'm cloning on a blank layer. So I'm doing all these changes on its own layer. So I'm going to add a layer mask to that, zoom in here a little bit, grab a paintbrush, paint with black. I'm going to bring back some stuff. So I think I'm going to end up leaving that branch, but I'll just let it kind of go off in that direction there. And then get rid of some of that lighter area there. I'm going to throw another retouch layer on here and just kind of continue this branch right on out of the frame so it makes a little bit more sense. And then come back and soften up this area right there. There we go. Alright, so that stuff is gone. I'm not real big fan of this light spot right there, so again, I'll just use the clone tool and just kind of tone that down a little tiny bit. As well as this real bright spot back here. We'll just kind of real soft go over that with some of the green from up in the top right there, and just kind of soften that up a little bit. Another real bright spot over there. Basically, I'm just trying to take down these real bright distracting spots. Alright, looking good. I don't like this leaf coming out of that either, so I'm actually going to get rid of that altogether. But I do like the leaf underneath of it here. Don't like this black bit there. So this is probably a lot more than many photographers would either do, or, you know, it's kind of not something that many photographers would appreciate in wildlife photography. But for me, I'm not always going for like the most true representation. Um, I'm not I'm not all about adding things. I'm never going to add something to the photo here to make it better or not what was there. But I personally don't have a problem removing some things to make the image more pleasing. Just trying to take photos and share pleasing images with the audience that views my photos. So that's kind of my thought process on this. And of course, I fully understand and yeah, basically I just fully understand that there's plenty of people that don't agree with that, and that's fine. So right now I'm just using a pressure sensitive soft brush to kind of just blend in along this feather line here. So I want it to be removed, and you see how I'm going over it the second time there to kind of get rid of that little bit of weird light glow that was left showing after I painted the darker green back in, because that's always kind of a telltale sign that something happened. Somebody worked on an image and did something, is when you kind of have a odd bit of a glow around an edge or something like that. And I'm just going to grab the blur tool and soften that up. There we go, that's looking good. And the last thing I wasn't a big fan of was this leaf in front of the bird here. So I'm going to go actually try and clone that out. If you don't feel like sitting here and watching me do this, it's kind of boring right now, feel free to skip ahead and you can see how I kind of finish off the image as far as the final color corrections to really make it stand out and look great in the end. But for now, I'm just going to somewhat painstakingly go through and clone out this leaf. And again, I'm really trying hard to not create odd patterns that will indicate that I've done something. It's probably going to be rather obvious as I go through this right now because you're watching it happen. But if you were to view the photo without having known that I had done this, it would be a lot harder to tell that I had actually done any of these big removals. At least that's the goal. And it's really kind of neat when you zoom in, and I didn't really notice it until now, how these little white feathers with just these tiny yellow touches right on the tips of them. It's a really pretty bird. A lot of intricate detail on the feathers on this fella. And he did a great job catching that big nasty worm there. Alright, so now you can see when I zoom back out to like 100% here, it looks pretty good. It's a little bit of a bright spot right there. And I just need to clean up this edge, and then I will be getting rid of that bright green leaf below there because that looks kind of really odd. So I'm just going to do yet another retouch layer. Sorry, I almost said curves. I'm going to clone this right up to the edge there. So this is where it gets to, I'm just making all this stuff up as I go here. So whatever seems kind of natural and looks good to me is what I'm going to go with. I have no idea what actually resided under there behind that leaf, so there's no way to really know what I should put there. But again, when people view this photo for the first time, they're not going to hopefully have a clue that I did all this, and it will look pretty natural. So I think I'm going to just kind of curve the leaf up that way, the edge of the leaf. So let's see how that works out. And again, all I'm using is the clone tool here for all of this. And all the time when I'm doing this sort of thing, I just kind of, I just totally overlap stuff. And I'll go back in with a layer mask to clean it up a little bit later. So all I'm trying to do at this point is get rid of the remnants of the real bright green parts that are obvious. And you can see I've made some odd patterns there, so now I'll come back over and start overlapping them to get rid of that. And I think I want to kind of sweep this edge of this leaf out to the right a little bit, so there we go. Get a larger brush, just try and get rid of some of these patterns. And it looks a little odd along there, so I'm going to just kind of sharpen that edge up by stealing this edge. And I think it's kind of okay if it fades out a little bit there. Alright, that's looking generally good, so now I'm going to cut the bird back in, as well as his leg there. Don't want to mess that up. And I need to go just a little bit further because it's not completely removing the glow there. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. So there's a 100% view of that. So now we have that bright leaf out of the foreground there. So I'll just merge all those layers down. Alright, so now I really want to make this bird stand out. So I'm going to do real slight burning of the background. Just subtle there. Darken some of this left side just a little bit more. Unfortunately, of course, there's one kind of dead funky leaf right there. I'm not in love with that, but I don't think there's much I can do about it, so I'm just going to leave that. Now we need to brighten up the bird. So another curves adjustment layer, and we're going to just paint that in on the bird to really make it stand out, really make it pop out of this scene. And I had mentioned the green cast, so I'm going to actually pull some of the green out. It's going to make it go towards the magenta side. I'll paint just a subtle amount of that in on the back, a little bit on the wings, and then we'll go a little bit heavier with that on the yellow here to kind of pull out some of that green cast. I'm going to leave some of it underneath. I'm not going to entirely remove it because I think it would just kind of be a little bit jarring. But something like that is good. While I'm zoomed in here, I'm going to do a dodge layer to really make this catch light in the eye stand out. And I also want to, I'm going to use that same dodge layer to lighten up the caterpillar here, because I think that's kind of a neat part of this image. So now you can see that's starting to really stand out. I also want to enhance the color of that caterpillar, so I'm going to kind of add a little bit more red yellow to really make that brownish reddish color of that guy stand out. And it is a blue-winged warbler, so because of all this warm kind of green tone bouncing around in there, I think it took some of the kind of bluish tone out of the wings there, so I'm actually going to do another curves adjustment layer and paint some of that back in on the tail, wingtip, and everything like that. I don't like this weird kind of dark triangle back there, so I'm just going to go back in and kind of try and smooth that up and soften it just a little bit. And there we go. I think overall just a touch lighter on the whole image. I think I was a little bit too dark there, and I'm pretty happy with that. So from beginning to end, so pretty significant change there. Definitely took me a little while on this one. This is a little bit more time than I spend on most images, but let me hop back into Lightroom here and I'll show you there's the before and after, and I'll reset this so you can see the total before. And as soon as the computer catches up here, we'll be good to go. Alright, original image as was taken, no adjustments done, and there's the final piece. So a big difference with about 15 minutes of editing on that one. So a little bit longer than normal, but nothing too crazy, and I think it's a big transformation and makes this image really stand out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll try and do another one of these again in the near future.